Hi everyone, this is Elise at White Picket Vintage. Thanks for tuning in for another thrift store haul. If you can see what I'm wearing, it's an apron. That's the first thing I got at my latest thrift store haul. If you've watched my other craft videos, you know I'm a pretty messy crafter. So it's a good thing I have an apron. It's going to protect my clothes a little bit and hopefully I won't mess up a lot of them. I don't know how these crafters do it, these women who they look all perfect and coiffed and wearing their great clothes and they manage to paint a whole piece of furniture and they come out looking great at the end. Oh my gosh, I'm such a mess. I could never manage that. I got paint all over my pants just trying to paint a bunny. So anyway, apron it is. You'll be seeing me wearing this a lot in my craft videos, but I was pretty excited to find it. So, okay. Like I said in my last haul video, I've been visiting a lot of different thrift stores and I've put it all together and now I'm dividing it all up to do the hauls because there's just too much. This is going to be a little bit long. I've got quite a few items here, but I wanted to share these with you so that I can go ahead and get these ready, get these eBay and Etsy ready because I'm so excited to get these out there for everybody. So the first thing I got was this cool bottle. This is actually an item from World Market, but they don't sell it anymore, so you can't find it. And I paid $2.99 for it, and I think this is going to look great in a display. So it's a very cool bottle. They also come in blue. I wish I could have found a blue one too, because I think that would look really great. But anyway, picked that up, $2.99, went ahead and did it. I'll probably sell this. I'm probably going to wait to sell this until I get my booth. I think this is more of a booth item, and I will probably sell this for about $10 to $12. All right. Oh, and now this item, I'm pretty excited about these. Paid up for them just a little bit, but I really, really want them. Again, this is something that I'm probably going to put in a booth. I'm looking at booths right now, deciding what I want to do. Probably be more like summer to late summer, probably going into fall before I go ahead and pull the trigger on that because I've got a lot of preparation to do. But in the meantime, I had decided that one of the things I wanted in the booth was some horse-related items. So I was on the look for horses and horse-related items, and I came across these in a thrift store. I paid $5 a piece for them, and they're a nice size, you can see, and they're 3D on one side, and then the other side is just flat. But they look great, and here's the other one. I don't know how old they are. I don't think they're very old. My feeling is they were probably maybe out of the 2000 decade when that old European style was so popular. Now I am going to do a little work on these. I don't know if I'll paint them a stark white or if I'll just maybe do a little whitewash over them. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to make them over a little bit, but I think they'll look fantastic in the booth. I'm very excited about that. All right, this next item, this is just a salt and pepper shaker. I paid 99 cents a piece for it. These are pretty, but they came with salt and pepper, so, it was extra. So these aren't very exciting on their own, but what I want to do with these are going to be in my bin for Christmas projects. So I'm sure you've seen it on Pinterest. They make little angels, little snowmen using these. I want to try it out. I've never done one before. I've always thought they were adorable, but I just didn't have the time or the resources to get into that, so I never did it. But anyway, that's what these are for. This is for a future project, which my future project bin is getting full. I better watch it. I'm getting a little overwhelmed when it comes time to do all these projects for Christmas. I'm going to wish I hadn't had so many ideas. Again, that's what this is for. She's a little angel. I think I paid her wings are broken, and she's broken right here. So I didn't pay much for her. I think I paid 99 cents for her. But again, she's one that I've got a Christmas project in mind. I'm thinking rhinestones in a wings, add wings to her and rhinestones and things like that. And I've got something in mind. So we'll see if I can find something else. A couple more of these, then I'll do this as a project. Once I do one and see how it comes out, then I'll do that on a project video as we get closer to Christmas time. Okay. Anyway. Okay. And then this set of plates, I bought these just before Valentine's Day, and I just thought they were beautiful. I paid, oh boy, that's come off of there now, $2.99. That's right, I paid $2.99 for the set because I remember it came out to $1 a plate. And I was pretty excited. I thought they were just absolutely gorgeous. They're from, Washed Magnolia is the name. And so they're fairly modern. But then when I got them home and they were taped together, when I got them home, I found that this one's got a little chip on it, and this one's got a fairly big chip on it. So I'm not sure what. Oh, look at that. That one's chipped too. They're all broken. I hate it when that happens. They're not careful with stuff at the thrift store sometimes. I have a feeling that a lot of this stuff makes it to the thrift store in perfect condition, and then when they're clinking and clanking it around, they end up breaking it, which is such a shame. But I guess what I'll do my best to buff those out and disguise it so it's not so noticeable, and then I'll just sell them as is, and not what I'd hope to get for them, but maybe about $15. It's still a reasonable price for cute little dessert plates or a little display plate. Maybe I'll sell them individually, $4 a piece or something as is. Okay, or maybe I'll keep them. Okay, so there's that. Now this is something that I bought. Again, this is more of a booth item because this is a decor piece, but I just thought this was a great candlestick. I don't know if it's pewter. I don't think it's pewter because it's harder than pewter. Pewter tends to be pretty soft, but obviously it's not silver plate because it doesn't have any of the shine of silver plate. So I'm not sure what it is, but I actually like it just the way it is. With this matte silver finish. I just think it's awesome, and it'll look fantastic as a decor piece. I paid $4 for that, so yeah, pretty excited about that. That's going to look great on any table. Look great in a farmhouse style. Okay, this piece I got at Goodwill, and I'd been shopping for about an hour. I was getting pretty tired. I picked over everything that I wanted. I'd put a lot of things back, and I was just heading up, and I looked over because you can't just walk straight to the cashier stand because you might miss out on something. So I'm looking around as I'm walking to the cashier stand, and I see this, and I think, well, that's kind of cool. That would look cute in a country style booth, farmhouse style. Somebody's gonna like that. So I took a look at this. I looked it up on my phone real quick, and I read that this type, Star X, sold for $500. So I thought, oh, well, that just can't, there has to be more to the story, right? That can't be right, but maybe it is worth something, right? Maybe this is worth $20, $30, and I'm going to pay $3 for it. So I grabbed it. It was $2.99. Well, I came home, did a little bit more research, and of course there was more to the story. The Star X, the one that sold for $500 had obviously had way more to it. So much older, maybe, I think some of them are made in Germany or something like that. So obviously this is a reproduction that's been made for a long, long time. There's thousands and thousands, probably tens of thousands of them out there. It's not worth a whole lot. They sell, just this sells on eBay for $5 to $10. So, not to be deterred, I'm still pretty excited about it. What I plan to do is to repaint this white, maybe add a little bit something to it, and I'll probably take this. This is a mess. I don't know if you can see it. You see how you see how bumpy this varnish is? I don't know what happened to this varnish, but it's bumpy. So I really need to take that varnish off. Or at least sand it down. I don't want to just paint over it and leave it like that. It's kind of gross. So anyway, but for $3, I think it's going to end up being pretty cute. And again, a booth item, which I'll probably end up putting in the booth for maybe $15, and that'll make it worth it. So, but anyway, kind of a cool item. And I learned a little bit about Coca-Cola bottle openers, which is one of the really cool things about thrifting, because I learn about a lot of different things when I'm doing this, when I'm doing the research for it. Okay, now this item, again, this isn't something that I actually bought. The house that I'm in, I bought 5 years ago, and a few weeks ago, I was digging around in a top cabinet, which I'd never dug around in before because it's way over my head. So I was digging around in this cabinet and I found an old recipe box in this cabinet. And I happen to already be really, really fond of recipe boxes. So I was pretty excited to find this. It's a big double wide recipe box and it's in really perfect condition. And, oops, that's the back of it. Oh, wait. No, it just comes off. It doesn't have a hinge. Okay. And it has all the original, index cards in it. No recipes, or well, there's a few in it, but not much. But it's got the index cards and everything. So this is a big deluxe recipe file. So I have a bunch of them. I've collected them because I just like them. I love the images on them. So I will probably go ahead and sell this one just because I don't need it. I don't have a place for it. Okay, so this piece under here, oh no, I took the tag off. I don't remember how much I paid for it. I think it was $2.99, and I just love this. I may have to actually keep this. I love it so much. I just think it looks amazing and rustic and primitive, and it's so cool. I can just imagine this on a, really rough, raw wood farmhouse table right in the center. It's just super cool. Just one of the best pieces I think I've ever found as far as primitives go. But anyway, yeah, love that piece. So it's got a lot of scratches. It's been well used over the years. Again, I don't know what metal it is. It's not pewter. It's too sturdy to be pewter. Maybe it was silver plate at one time and all the plating wore off. I don't know. But it's real rough on the bottom. So I'm just not sure. It's an interesting piece. Anyway, I really like that. Okay, and then I found this adorable little plate with a handle. So this is really cute. It's just a piece of lusterware with this little handle built in. And as you can see from that, I paid $1 for it. So I was pretty excited about that. I got this the same place that I got the horses, the place that cleans out storage units. So I've got a few items there. And it is Royal Rochester. So, but it's a nice little piece. I think this would be great in a bathroom to hold soap, or on a dresser to hold jewelry, or even in a kitchen to hold sponges or something like that. So it's got a lot of possible uses for it. And it's great color too, because it's this lighter yellow. It would blend nicely in a farmhouse style, or mix in with something decor that's a little bit more decorative. So it's got a lot of options here. Again, I think this is probably going to be more of a booth item. I don't think this would sell well. It might sell well on Etsy, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's probably going to sit around and wait for me to get a booth. Okay, and then we've got another item here. Okay, this is an old refrigerator jar, and I don't know what era this is out of, but my best guess is probably the 40s or 50s. It's got the original lid, and you can tell that it's an old plastic. It's not the newer, I don't know, it's just hard. It's hard to explain, but it's harder, I guess. And you can tell by the coloring too. So this is, I believe this is Anchor Hocking. I don't know if that's going to come out or not. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to see, but it's an Anchor Hocking. They're still making these, but this is definitely an older one. You can tell by the lid on it. But these things are pretty cool. They're not, they don't sell for a lot, but I'll probably put it in my Etsy shop for about $15. I think it's definitely worth that. Hopefully it won't cost a whole lot to ship, or maybe I'll wait and sell it in my booth. But I thought that was a great item. I love things like this. I just love old kitchen items. It has a lot of charm to it, and especially this is kind of a deco style, which I just love. Can't get enough of that. And I paid $2.99 for it, so that was a pretty good price. All right, first item is a pair of little salt and pepper shakers, and I just love the color on them. I think these are going to be great in my booth that will be. Just great color. Match a lot of things, especially in the farmhouse style with white and off-white and grays and things like that. So I think they were 99 cents each. For whatever reason, They were priced separately, but I was able to find both of them. So I really like those. Okay. Again, they're kind of a luster wear. I don't know if you can see it or not. This one's worn off a lot, but this one's got a lot of it left, a lot of the paint left. Okay, and then this, again, it's not the season, but it will be. And I love aprons. Only this isn't going to be a working apron. This is going to be a decorating apron. And it is a cute Christmas apron. So I really like that. And I'll just put that aside, and at Christmas time, I'll take that out, and I might sell it. I don't decorate in this colors. I have cats. So I decorate in things that are cat proof. Yeah, unfortunately. But that means I can do a lot of wood and things like that. So I kind of do a kind of more of a woodland style. That way, if they knock it on the floor, they're not going to shatter it. So I might just sell it. But I really like it. And I also like aprons. So there's that. And this is cute. I recently learned that I bought an item on Craigslist last week. And when I went over to get it, the woman showed me some of her treasures that she's collected from her family. The desk belonged to her great-grandmother, and she was showing me some other items that were from her great-grandmother. And she showed me some items that her great-grandmother collected that were from a pottery in Kentucky called, I hope I don't butcher the name. I think it was Mary Hadley, and it's all marked M.A. Hadley, I think is the name. Hope I get that right. And it's very similar to this. It's a little bit more bigger brush strokes and very cute, very almost like a child's drawing, but just really, really adorable. And this pottery has been made for a long time. It's very popular out there. A lot of people collect it. I wasn't familiar with it, but I just thought it was beautiful. And she had a lot of very old pieces, very, very nice pieces. But after she told me about that, I researched it a little bit, learned a little bit more about it. So when I saw this in the thrift store, this reminded me a lot of that pottery. It's very similar, but if you saw it, you would know this is not the same. See how the brush strokes are much smaller and finer. It's not really like that. But either way, it's a really cute piece. So again, this is a decor piece that I think will look great in the booth. It's a great piece to store wooden spoons in, things like that, utensils in. So I paid $1 for that. Whoops, I'm not even showing you the right place. Yep, paid. Is that coming out? I can't tell if it's focusing or not. Well, I have to take my word for it. I paid 99 cents for it. So that was a nice piece, especially at Thrift City. They tend to be a little bit overpriced. Okay, so there's that. And then this is a cool thing. I paid $2.99 for this. They had a lot of them. I kind of wish I'd bought a few more. But, when you're there, I don't know. It's always one of those things where I always feel like I'm buying too much and I'm bringing home too much. I just look at all the stuff that I have. And then I feel bad that I didn't buy something when I was there, but I already have too much. So I don't know. But they had a lot in different colors. If they'd had more of this neutral color, I would have definitely bought more. But basically, it's just a really big bolt of twine. But it looks good just the way it is, cleaned up a little bit. It's got some fuzz on it. But just to sit by itself, this would make a great decor piece. So I was pretty excited about that. And for $2.99, you really can't go wrong. Okay. And then these items, I was really excited about these. I thought everybody knew what they were by now, but the clerk did not know what they were. She asked me. And these were popular probably a decade, maybe 2 decades ago. Probably more like 2 decades ago at least. But what they are is they're old, they actually go with this kind of. This would have been a spindle for holding thread for professional, industrial, that's the word I'm looking for industrial machines, and it would have been held a big bolt of thread on it. So these started turning up in the market, like I said, about really in earnest about maybe 25 years ago. And a lot of people were buying them, and they were turning them into candlesticks. And it definitely looks like that's what these were. It's got a little bit of residue in there. But I thought these were great. I love the coloring of them. So I picked both of these up. They'll probably go in my booth. I already have some of these, so I don't need more of them. But yeah, they're in really good shape and they look fantastic, and they are going to look fantastic in my booth when that happens. So a lot of this, I actually took all the things aside that I thought were going to be more booth items for this haul. So that's why most everything here you're seeing is things that I'm planning on putting in a booth. So as you can see, with this exception, it all kind of works together nicely, and I'm pretty happy about seeing it all together. So that's all for today. I don't have a lot of makeovers for this one. Most of this is just going to be as is, with the exception of the horses and a few items, and the Coca-Cola bottle opener. I'm going to have to do something about that. But I probably won't do a video about that. Those are going to be pretty simple projects. But I did also do a video where I updated Chippy and Boo Boo. So if you're interested in seeing their makeover, please check that video. And I will have another one coming up soon where I do a decoupage project that you might be interested in. I'm going to make a wall hook for, a board with hooks with decoupage, and it comes together. It'll make sense when you see it. And then I'll also have another makeover for my picture frames that I showed you in my last haul. So I've got those almost ready to go, and I will show you the finished project and also how I finished it, which is something that might come in handy for you if you need to put something in the background of a frame and what you have just isn't quite working, or if you're trying to frame a needlework project or something like that. So tune in for that if you're interested. And if you liked my haul, please like and subscribe to my channel and tune in for future videos. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.